Okay, good afternoon and welcome to the 5 rules of effective explanation. I'm Chantal. I'm the head of sales and marketing for Simpleshow in the UK. And I want to start off with a question. So how many of you, show of hands, are able to get all of your work done by the end of the day on a regular basis? Exactly. That's what I thought. Same with me. So if somebody does, you tell me your secrets. So that brings me to one of my main points, which is, today effective communication and how we explain is more important than ever. Everyone is short on time. And what I'll be talking about today is what we can do to get our explanation across, with that limited time span and attention that we have. So at Simpleshow, our motto is that nobody has 3 minutes, but nobody has 30 minutes, but everyone has 3. And so now, in case you're not familiar with Simpleshow, why should you listen to us and who are we? So basically at Simpleshow, we've been creating videos for over 10 years on our full service side of the business. And we've been doing this for some of the most demanding clients, such as Coca-Cola, Amazon, Porsche, BNP, Novartis, Airbus, and Adobe, to name a few. Some of you guys are probably out there. We have offices in London, Luxembourg, Miami, Berlin, Singapore, and Hong Kong. And we've made videos in over 50 languages. And what we do is we take large topics, specifically ones that are like complex or difficult to explain, and we distill them to what you need to know in 4 minutes or less. So we've worked tirelessly to become the explanation experts, and I'm excited to share with you some of our knowledge and expertise today. So one of the ways we've already gone ahead and done this is by creating our text-to-video platform, Mysimpleshow. So what I'm going to be going over with you is how and why Mysimpleshow was born, our 5 rules of explanation and why they work, and then I'll be taking you through a demo of Mysimpleshow and showing you how you can apply the rules. And then lastly, going over any questions that you guys have. So now I want to tell you guys a little story. And at Simpleshow, we love stories. And naturally, the way I'm going to do that is by showing you a Mysimpleshow created with our platform. So just like everything we do, it's only 1 minute long.
The simple history of Mysimpleshow. At first, we tried it like everyone else, having our customers write their scripts while we provided them a database of illustrations to choose from. They found themselves getting lost in the visual world. Turns out, making things simple was actually hard. While our competitors stopped there, we went back to the drawing board and found a solution. Instead of having customers dig through images, we had them write their scripts. Then our experts suggested the visuals. The results were inspiring. As simplification experts, we didn't stop there. We developed artificial intelligence that automatically creates a video. It was designed to be easy to use, save our customers time, and help them communicate effectively. Mysimpleshow has come a long way, and with artificial intelligence, it keeps learning every day.
Okay, so to bring us to current day, we now have over 400,000 users on Mysimpleshow creating content in over 140 countries. And we have clients such as Johnson & Johnson, Bosch, BMW, Siemens, and AstraZeneca all using the platform. So now that you know about us, who we are, and the background to Mysimpleshow, let's go over the rules of explanation. So how can we effectively communicate, and why is it so important? So when you think about the world today, we've never had communication zooming at us from so many different angles. We've never been confronted by so much data and information before. You think about, only like 10, 15 years ago, if you wanted to communicate, you had to send a letter and it would take, weeks sometimes before you got a response. So now it's the opposite. If anything, your inbox is always full, never all read. You're getting text messages, Skypes, pings, everything, social media alerts, you name it. So you're really fighting, with all these other elements and distractors to get your audience's attention, which is why it's more important than ever to be simple and effective when explaining. So, in addition, to confirm this, Microsoft even did a study where they found that the human attention span when opening a website was only 8 seconds, which is actually less than that of a goldfish. So if there was any doubts about how distracted everyone is, I think that answers it for you. And many people do take explanation for granted, but we can all learn and become an expert at explaining. So these are some rules to keep in mind, whether you're developing a training, an onboarding, writing an internal communication, or even giving instructions to a colleague or spouse. So now let's take into the 5 rules of explanation. So the first rule is change your perspective. And this is really the most, first most important rule. You need to put yourself in your audience's shoes. You need to know who your audience is, where they're coming from, and why they should be interested in your topic, or what could make them interested in your topic. Also take into consideration what they might know about the topic already. And the second rule is to simplify your message. This may sound easy, but it's not so easy to be simple. So especially if you've ever dealt with like subject matter experts, they just know so much. They want to include every single detail, and they think every single detail is important. We have many clients like this. I won't name names, but you really need to focus on the key pieces of information that you want your audience to get. Otherwise, you risk them getting overwhelmed and missing your information. So leaving out exceptions and rules, and also trying to avoid any jargon or acronyms. And third, tell a story. So humans love stories. They've been doing it for thousands of years, and a story is far more memorable than me just presenting to you a list of facts. Starting with the why as opposed to the how. The why is your story, and the how is the facts. So if you do that, you're going to give cause and effect. You're also going to make it more relatable using a story, and also keep your audience engaged. And you think of some of the stories you were told even as children, you probably still remember today, like Little Red Riding Hood, or like Humpty Dumpty, and why you don't want to sit on a wall. So stories really are memorable. And then fourth is to use images. Images don't need to be like exact photos of what you're trying to show. As a matter of fact, actually, if you're just using something more simple or symbolic, your audience will get it, and it'll probably be easier for them to recall it. Think of when you save a Word document and everyone knows to press the floppy disk, although probably, raise your hand if you've seen a floppy disk in the last 5 years. You have. I don't know what you do, but talk to me later. So so my point is, don't think you literally have to show the actual image of every single thing you're trying to explain. And then next, and this is the most simple and final rule, and if you've done all the other rules, then, this will come naturally, but you want to inspire confidence. You want to make the audience feel comfortable and think that I can follow this explanation. So sometimes it is a bit better to be, simpler, slower, break things down into steps, because people can tell, when you're trying to confuse them or mislead them, versus, if you are trying to be very instructional and helpful and straightforward. So those are the 5 rules for explanation. I want all of you, as your homework, to go try them going forward. Maybe tonight, if you're telling your significant other why they should clean the house or clean after, the cooking, feel free. And yeah, just to kind of reiterate and jump back into the part about using visuals. So I just want to share some studies and some research that we've come across. And the first one is a famous study by 3M, which found that the human brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text. So definitely something to keep in mind when trying to explain. And then in another study, MIT neuroscientists found that we can process an image in as little as 13 milliseconds, which is why you're seeing videos and visuals becoming, infographics becoming more and more popular. And then lastly, another study, which was by Indiana University, which was actually reviewing results of 55 experiments that compared learning involving text versus learning with text and visuals, found that the people following the instructions with the visuals had a 323% better, did 323% better than those that were following instructions with just text alone. So obviously, my Brita has no visuals whatsoever, and the filter thing had all text. I had to Google it, watch a video. So yeah, really important to use visuals when trying to help with engagement and retention. And that same study also found that basically people only remember 10% of what they learn after 3 days on average, which is incredibly disturbing. But probably true. However, if a relevant image was paired with the information in the text, then the retention went up by 65%. So definitely living in a very visual world, and they can help your explanation be more memorable and engaging. So now I'm going to show you guys Mysimpleshow and how the tool can help you easily explain and communicate your topics. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now we are at Mysimpleshow. So we really created this platform with the users in mind. We built this because we wanted anyone, anywhere to be able to communicate quickly and easily. So it uses artificial intelligence, it uses natural language processing and semantic analysis to automatically turn your text into a video for you. So that's what I'm going to show you today. We're looking at the enterprise version. This is the dashboard. This is where you're seeing like the library of my videos and projects. So let's create a new video together. So now you have the option of writing your own script or uploading a PowerPoint. Just keep in mind, similar to our full service, it was designed to create bite-sized pieces, so 4 minutes or less. So do not try to upload a 120-slide PowerPoint. I have clients doing, they're like, I don't understand, there was an error. And I'm like, of course there was. So I'm going to go with write your own script so you guys can see the full process. So now we're in step 1. This is where you find your storyline. And this goes back to, the rules and like helping you tell a story. So basically we have, different templates. You can think of them as guides, educational, personal. These are the professional ones, probably the ones, you guys would find yourself using more frequently. And then of course there's also a blank template. So I'll go with explain a workflow, which is something I'm sure we've all had to do at some point. Okay, so now we're in step 2. This is the right stage. Also the most important. And what you're seeing here now from that storyline we chose are chapters, really breaking down your story for you. And you'll notice, so for each chapter, we've also gone ahead and given you a prompt, a guide, to help you as you write your story. And also, if you notice, so we've done things like introduce a fictional main character, as I mentioned, changing your perspective, really putting yourself in your audience's shoes. And then on the right, we have a couple examples just to give you some inspiration. So I'm going to copy and paste the first one. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few slides. I will change the name. Case. You're welcome, James. So yeah, it's as simple as putting your content, your script right here. And you'll notice that there is a character count, and that's intentional because we want to make sure we're being concise and simple. So this helps you with that rule about like simplifying and staying simple. Okay, perfect. So I think I've changed all the pronouns here. And let's go ahead and press choose visuals. So this is when the platform is going to, as I mentioned, use the AI, use the semantic analysis, natural language processing, and Wikidata to visualize your text for you. So let's see what it comes up with. And I am using the free internet, so if it's slow, it's not us, it's the internet. But no, it's not. Brilliant. Okay, so now what you're seeing here is a ready-to-watch video. So let's go ahead and just, watch it as is so we can see what the platform came up with. It is on an automated voiceover, which is Paul's voice, and Paul has the worst voice. I don't know why this is the first one that it always comes up to automatically. So please forgive Paul's voice. So I'll just play video so you can see, what the platform did on its own, and then I'll show you how we can further customize it afterwards. Hopefully it's able to do it on the free Wi-Fi. Fingers crossed.
How to add new customers to our database. This is James. He works in our sales department and manages all incoming orders to our company. Let us take a closer look at Jamie's workflow. James receives inquiries through our website, via email and by telephone. For each new customer, James creates an account in our CRM system. This allows us to collect all of the important information about our client in the central database.
Okay. Pretty impressive. So that's with, me doing absolutely nothing. Literally what it just automatically created for us. If you do want to go in and tweak anything, that's no problem at all. So basically now to kind of show you guys the way you can customize it. So it's already done like all the heavy lifting for you really. If you did though want to say, so like the blue words are the keywords that have been identified by the platform. And if you want to change a keyword or add a keyword, that's no problem at all. And when you click on one of those keywords, it's actually going to show you additional images in our database. So we have approximately 20,000 scribbles from our 10 years of making explainer videos. Naturally, anything proprietary is not included, unless the client gave us permission. But yeah, so say for example, database, even if you didn't necessarily like, what came up for database, you could always, type in computer and see some more options there. In addition, so we do have different like character scribbles, and then they come all with like, a range of emotions. So female, male. You can also create your own characters in the character creator. You can put text, so if you want to put text here, then you can upload your own image. So this is really good to help inspire trust and confidence. So if you do want to include your own visuals, help your learners feel comfortable, say your logo or a picture of your product. And you can have an image gallery then with images that you use frequently. And then the words in black are essentially suggested keywords. If you did want to add one, you just simply click on it, and then right there, it's going to go ahead and add it for you. It is super simple in terms of, literally just like click and point in terms of moving things or changing things or resizing them. Yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you the last stage, which is our finalized stage, choose audio. This is where you can make some like last minute touches to really customize your video. And then you can also have some preset closing frames. Just another thing to mention. So in the finalized stage, you will be able to get rid of Paul's voice, which is anything is better. So we have some other voiceovers, automated voiceovers here. You could also upload. So some of our clients, such as ThyssenKrupp, they actually have professional voiceover artists do their voiceovers. Or, which I really love and is my favorite way to create a Mysimpleshow, is to record your own voice. It really adds that human element and, once again, helps inspire confidence and trust when they're hearing a human voice. And then it's just kind of karaoke style. So you press record your own voice. You're going to get like a little mic. You press it, and then it's going to give you a countdown and read you out the script. I do not want to have to do this in front of all of you guys today, so I'm going to skip it. But yeah, so then you can also, as far as music, upload your own music or, try one of the different musics we have in here. Volume, so you can adjust. You want the sound effects to be louder, quieter. Subtitles, you can automatically put on your subtitles. And you can also edit those subtitles super easily. You just, anywhere you see a pencil, it means edit. So if you did want to put them in a different language or add something extra, you can do that, no problem. Video speed, so if you do record your own voice and say you're like a quick talker, you want to make it go faster. Watermark, it's ours, but of course you could upload your own. And then lastly, your scribble color. So you can change your overall scribble color. Just keep in mind, and you can put like the hex codes of like your corporate colors and whatnot. But it was created with simplicity, so that's why it's going to change all of your scribbles. That's intentional, as opposed to you having like a Skittles rainbow with a bajillion different colors, because we're trying to avoid that. If you upload your own image, naturally it will stay exactly as it is. So if you upload your logo, it's not going to affect it at all. So yeah, so that's Mysimpleshow. That's just, a quick 5-10 minute demo of the tool. Yeah, and basically really helps you explain and visualize, your topics. Super simple, quick, effective way. So now I will open it up to any questions. No questions? Okay, so I guess you guys are making it really easy on me. I guess I did a great job explaining. If you do want to have a free trial of Mysimpleshow, feel free to stop by our stand. It's stand 17. Yeah, we'd love for you guys to try the tool yourself. So thank you.